on problems like this one here from chapter 3.1, we will be using StatCrunch to solve. You can use StatCrunch to find means and medians from data. In this case here, you can't calculate the mean and median just by looking at the graph here or clicking in there. So we can see from this data here, that data produces this graph here. In order to do that, I'm going to open the data in StatCrunch. And so again, for this section, we don't have to do everything by hand. StatCrunch can be used. So the first thing we want to do is you needed to look at its distribution, and so we would create a histogram of those candy weights, compute, and then you see you end up with that graph there, which matches up to what you had here, and so that's why that's the choice. Now looking at that, we see it's the distribution, how it's spread out is symmetric, and so whenever the data is symmetric, we use the mean to measure the measure of center. We use the mean to measure the center or the central tendency. That's the mean, median, and mode ways to do that. And so that's what we have now. What about the answers for the mean and median? On this case here, again, so that was, we used the graph histogram to create that. Now, again, notice there's some options here. You could easily have just clicked those two there to add the mean and median. You could also, we won't do that now. You could also, so when you hit compute now, you will see the mean and the median come up here on the graph. Now it's almost, they're almost so close, it's hard to differentiate between the two in this case here. There it is, the mean and the median there. And so the other way to do mean and median is through summary stats. And so here with summary stats, we want summary stats of the columns and of the candy weights, and then you can go ahead and then choose the values you want out of the summary statistics. You have all these values to look at. And so then you can see you have the mean and median are the same, and that's what the answer is. So just keep that in mind as you're using StatCrunch for chapter 3.